No more bullshit.
This is it. It's a revolution.
This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Ralph Howard. The Howard Stern Factor. Everybody knows terrestrial radio had a breakdown when Howard Stern moved to Sirius XM Radio. But there is more to the story. It's Howard 100 News you need to know.
Howard 100 News you need to know.
You had the responsibility of replacing Howard Stern when he went to Sirius Satellite Radio.
Piece of cake, right?
This we have to hear. The former CBS Radio executive in charge when Howard left that sad cemetery of stations in late 2005.
The real truth of it's never completely come out.
So many stories, so little time for Rob Barnett, who was at the wheel when CBS Radio went into a ditch after Howard moved to Sirius XM.
I mean, Howard is a unique person in the world that we all live in, and he's completely irreplaceable.
Barnett revealing a couple of stories about how CBS Radio tried to move on without Howard on Dr. Blogstein's Radio Happy Hour.
We went to Jon Stewart first because we worked with him a little bit back in the MTV days and offered him not the idea of hosting a radio show, but the idea of doing one of the million jobs he does, which is produce, and we pitched him kind of a Lorne Michaels concept where you could really start over from scratch and cast something that would be different than a typical 4-hour radio show.
When that didn't happen, Plan B involved a couple of other characters from Comedy Central.
We had some amazing meetings with Matt and Trey from South Park that, never came out in the press, but that was incredibly fun.
But as everyone knows, the fun stayed at Comedy Central, and CBS Radio listeners, those that couldn't get up to change the station, ended up getting stuck with David Lee Roth and company.
Did that drive you off of radio? That's a no-win situation.
And more than 4 years later, the search goes on. Steve Langford, Howard 100.